Philip Shaw, offensive lineman for the Sunderland Spartans, number 72. And you're listening to Gridiron UK.
Now, set, move.
Hello there, Gridiron fans, and welcome to the Gridiron UK weekly podcast. I'm your host, Harry Waring. Alongside me is our head analyst, David Richardson. How are you doing, Dave?
Yeah, I'm not bad, Harry. How's yourself?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. This is going to be a new home for all your NFL and British American football news, and if you like what you hear, head over to the Gridiron UK blog for a more detailed analysis, features and reports on everything coming out of the NFL this week.
Yeah, this week we're taking a quick look at one of the NFL's fiercest rivalries as the Portland offense of the San Diego Chargers look to get one over on their nemesis, the Oakland Raiders.
A great game that started with a couple of huge plays from the Oakland special teams. Talk us through them, Dave.
Yeah, it is rare that you see two block punts in the same game, let alone on consecutive drives. But this did happen. The two blocks led to a safety and a touchdown, meaning without their offense troubling the scoreboard, the Oakland Raiders found themselves 9-0 up.
Surely though, Philip Rivers could rescue the Chargers and get the win. I was hoping for it anyways. He's my fantasy quarterback.
Yeah, Phil Rivers at times he did look brilliant, but at others he looked poor. He fumbled a snap which ultimately turned the ball over, but in the second quarter he rallied to score 17 points and give the Chargers a half-time lead.
Did they see it out? The Raiders, after all, haven't beat San Diego since 2003, so history definitely wasn't on the Oakland team's side.
Yeah, it would have been unlucky 13 before that because the Chargers had won the last 13 encounters, but towards the end of the third quarter it did look out of reach for the Raiders when Rivers found a wide open Malcolm Floyd for a 41-yard touchdown pass. But the Raiders did reply with a 12-play 97-yard drive which was capped by the tight end Zach Miller catching a 1-yard pass to put the Raiders back within touching distance going into the fourth.
With a game full of fumbles, blocked punts and dodgy special teams, this wasn't going to be settled in a simple way like that, was it, Dave?
No, not at all. With the Chargers on the march and down by a point, Rivers scrambled outside the pocket but was challenged and ultimately fumbled the ball, which was bobbled around and finally picked up by Raiders safety number 33, Tivon Branch, who returned it for a touchdown, meaning the final score was 35-27.
And what a fine number 33 is. That's the one I wear when I play. That was a surprise for a lot of people though. The Chargers have been looking good. Rivers and his tight end Antonio Gates were making believers out of a lot of the doubters early on this season. Is this setback going to cost them in the long run?
I think the Chargers will do well, there's no doubt about that, but if they do carry on with losses like this, their record could mean a more challenging run through the playoffs. They ultimately need to sort their road form out, which has let them down so far this season. The team I feel sorry for are the St. Louis Rams, who are going to take on the Chargers this Sunday, so I'd watch out for Rivers, Floyd and Gates to bounce back.
One team that particularly isn't bouncing back from losses are your team, Dave, the Dallas Cowboys. What is going wrong with Tony Romo and that team down in Dallas?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mess so far this season. It ultimately comes down to penalties. I mean, they gave up 12 penalties on Sunday, but they also made over 500 total yards on offence, so Wade Phillips, the coach, has got to sort that out.
It's a lack of discipline then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, surely. It all comes down to the coach in the end, though.
They head to Minnesota to take on the Vikings with their new acquisition Randy Moss this Sunday. Can that game be the one that turns around your season?
Well, both teams are 1-3, so they both need a victory big time. But if last year's NFC divisional game goes by anything, which ended 34-3 in favour of the Vikes, I can't see a turnaround for Dallas anytime soon.
Thanks, Dave. That's all we've got time for on this week's podcast. In the coming weeks, we'll have features on the best teams in the British American Football League, as well as chats with NFL insiders and all your weekly roundup from the Gridiron. Once again, if you need a more in-depth analysis of the week's games and all the American football news, check out the Gridiron UK blog or email us on gridironuk@gmail.com. That's all lowercase. Until next week, I've been Harry Waring. Thanks to our head analyst, Dave Richardson.
Have a cracking day.